come and take a seat by the fire. It's freezing outside, so we should warm you up as fast as possible. Oh, you poor thing. Look at you. You're shivering so hard. Why didn't they give you warmer clothes before they sent you over? Here, let me get your collar off. I can't believe them. I know they sold you off and all, but did they really have to put a collar on you? It's just absurd. You weren't some household pet. This collar is harder to get off than I thought it would be. The key they gave me barely fits into the keyhole. Oh, you poor thing. You must be so uncomfortable wearing it. Unless you like it. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I thought a little joke would ease the tension a bit. There we go. It's off. Does that feel better? You know I'd never intentionally do anything to make you uncomfortable. We've known each other forever, haven't we? We grew up in the same neighborhood and went to the same schools. I've always thought I've been good to you. Even when I make a mistake, I apologize immediately, don't I? That's why I knew I had to buy you as soon as I found out what was happening. God, I felt so sick when I first heard about it. How could your own family sell you off? If someone else bought you, who knows what would have happened? I hate to think about how they'd mistreat you. I don't know what I'd ever do if anyone hurt you. Well, I suppose if it had come to that, I do have a few ideas. I should free you? Well, I'd love to, but I don't think I can. If I do that, won't your parents just try to sell you off again? If they resorted to this in the first place, who knows what else they're willing to do? And next time, who knows if I'll be the one to buy you? I mean, it's not like I can ask for a refund without returning you to them in the first place, right? Besides, wouldn't it turn into an endless loop of freeing you and then buying you? We should really just cut to the chase for the sake of your safety. I know society is messed up, but I don't make the rules. I'm doing my best to work around them in the best way I can to protect you. Besides, even if you were truly free, what could you do on your own? You know, since your family did their best to ruin your reputation before pulling their dirty little trick. But you don't have to worry about that anymore. Things like studying or getting a job. I'll take care of you from now on, as your kind and affectionate owner. I've never betrayed you before, have I? I'm not going to start now. Oh, right. Do you feel better with the collar off? Is it easier to breathe? Aw, that's good, sweetheart. Oh, can I call you that? I know we've always just been friends, but truth be told, I wouldn't go this far for anyone else. I care about you. Deeply. I guess that sounds a lot like a confession, doesn't it? And I suppose it is one. Of course, I don't mind if you need some time to think things over. I won't hold it against you if you don't feel the same way either. But what do you think? May I call you sweetheart? Well then, don't mind if I do, sweetheart. I feel so happy right now. Oh, how's the fire, by the way? Do you want me to put a few more logs in? Mistress. I never asked you to call me that. If anything, I was expecting darling or maybe sweetheart as well. But I'm glad you did call me that. I like the sound of it. Mistress. And judging by the blush I see on your cheeks, you must like it too. I'm glad you're adjusting to your new role so quickly. You know, since we both seem to like it so much when you call me mistress, I think you should do it again. That wasn't an order, but maybe you'd prefer if it was? Well then, how about this? I order you to call me mistress. Oh, I knew you'd be into that. That's my good little... what should I call you? My servant? Or would you prefer to keep up the illusion of our relationship being something more normal, like what we used to have? You're irreplaceable to me. You're the most valuable thing in the entire world. I can't understand how your family did that to you. They sold you for so cheap, too. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard the news. All my life, I wanted you. All my life, I've yearned so intensely for you, and it hurt me so deeply. And not just the not having you part. It hurt when others looked at you and talked to you and laughed like they were going to steal you away from me. Today, strangely, once I purchased you, all the pain went away. It's ironic, but this has been really liberating for me. I don't have to worry about anything now, other than taking care of you, of course. Before, I was never brave enough to tell you how I really felt. Don't worry, I won't abuse my position. I'll make you happy. I want you to love me, after all, and feelings aren't something you can turn on or off at will. It's something I have to foster by treating you right. Hey, you aren't seeing anyone right now, are you? Should I fix that? Well, I suppose it depends on what you're ready for. If you're feeling shy or unwilling to go further, which I will absolutely respect, by the way, then maybe we could start by holding hands for a bit, or maybe share a hug. We could have our own little date by the fireplace and reminisce about the good old times, all those little moments we shared growing up. Oh, but if you're feeling eager to do more, which there's also nothing wrong with, then we don't have to stop there. For instance, you could come to bed with me and I'll make sure you're nice and warm. I meant I'd turn up the heat and lend you warmer pajamas. What were you imagining? Aren't you just adorable? I've never seen anything cuter. I'd write my name on you, but I don't want to ruin perfection. Maybe I'll write it on your collar instead. A little note saying who your mistress is. Well, I'd have to get you a more comfortable collar first, though, wouldn't I? But you never answered my question. Should I put a little more love in your love life? What would you like? Wholesome. Well, if that's what you really want. Well, what are you waiting for, sweetheart? What are you staring at my hand for? My eyes are up here. You said you wanted wholesome hand-holding, right? Aren't you going to take it? Too shy? Aw, that's adorable. Thank you for speaking your mind. Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll take it from here. Since you want this too, I order you to hold my hand. There we go. Thank you for being so obedient. I'm very proud of you, sweetheart. You're such a fast learner. It makes me wonder what else I should teach you. You won't be leaving me now that you're mine, so I might as well take this opportunity to teach you a few things. Well, for starters, I think I'll teach you that you are very, very cute. I mean it. I can't think of anyone or anything else that's cuter than you. Although I don't really look at anything except you. Especially when you're sleeping. But still, I know my stuff. And I know that you're especially cute. Maybe even the cutest of all time. Are you calling your one and only mistress a liar? Well then, admit it. I order you to call yourself cute. I knew you were a fast learner, and I think this warrants a reward. So, what would you like, sweetheart? I'm an indulgent mistress, so tell me how you want me to spoil you. Just keep it appropriate, alright? Although, I'll have to forgive you even if it is something dirty. Don't be silly. It's not much of a request. I already told you. You're mine, so I'm keeping you. You can't ask me to keep you when that was already my intention from the beginning. Nothing is going to take you away from me. I'd sooner burn the world down than let that happen. But I can see you still feel a bit unsure, sweetheart. Let me put your mind at ease. You are mine. I've gotten addicted to you, and I'll die from withdrawal if I'm without you. So, you will always be mine, now and forever. You're mine. You belong to me. You'll never leave me, and I'll never abandon you. I'll say it as many times as needed to reassure you. You're mine. You are mine. I'll say it as many times as it takes to drill into that cute little skull of yours that you belong to me. Do you know why? Because you are mine, sweetheart. Now, is there anything else my obedient little sweetheart wants as a reward? I thought that was already implied. But you know what? No, you're right. It's better if we say it out loud. Well then, let me say it explicitly. I'm your one and only mistress. The only woman you need in your life. Your girlfriend. I guess in a way, you could even count this as our first date. At least, holding hands by the fireplace certainly has a romantic feel to it. Of course, it doesn't have to be a date, but I'd like it to be. Since you're blushing up a storm, am I safe to assume you feel the same way? That's what I thought, sweetheart. I can read you like an open book. I love you. Do you understand that? Do you understand that your mistress loves you? Repeat after me. I am loved and treasured by my mistress. There we go. You're so good at following my orders. What should I do with you, Well, I'm sure you have a few ideas in mind, don't you? Maybe I'll take a suggestion or two if you keep being so obedient. You really are so good to me. I appreciate it. But you know, I still haven't given you a proper reward. You've only asked for things that were already given. You don't have to hold back, you know. What's on your mind? What do you really want me to give you? I'd do anything for you, and that's no exaggeration. Tell me what you want from the bottom of your heart. If you want revenge on your family, you only need to say the word. Everything will be fine. You won't have to worry about a thing. Just leave it to me, and they'll never be able to lay a finger on you ever again. Are you sure? Okay, if you're positive, I understand. But if you ever change your mind, you only have to tell me. So then, what would you like for your reward? Haven't you teased your mistress enough for one day? Alright, we'll cuddle by the fireplace until you fall asleep. I was hoping you'd say that. I've got the bedroll right here. Come on, you should get some rest. You've had a long night. Here, I'll help you wind down. As your mistress, I command you to make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes and let your body relax. Let all of the thoughts leave your mind. Just focus on the sound of my voice and how comfortable you're feeling right now. You feel so comfortable, don't you? Focus on that feeling. Nothing will interrupt it. If you feel tired, let yourself be tired. You want to rest, to sleep. Are you feeling drowsy yet? Let yourself drift off. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. I love you.